And we are live. Welcome any, welcome all, welcome to Brothas Perspective. My name is David Ware. I'm here with my brother Brian Ware.
Yo,
And we're gonna get right into it, man. Game three of the NBA Finals. Another good one, man. Another good one. It's shaping out to be a great finals. I'm gonna let bro kick it off, man. What you see? What you see?
more of the same. Honestly, like every game's going the same. Spurs get a lead, and they fold. Knicks get a lead, and they fold. Then Spurs have a chance to win it at the end, and this time they actually won it at the end.
I gotta agree. I gotta agree. For those who don't know, it's now 2-1. Spurs marching to Madison Square Garden, right in front of our whatever number president he is, and get it dub, man. Get it dub. Yeah, I mean, what I really saw that was different. Wimby was immediately he was immediately aggressive in paint. He wasn't settling for jumpers early. Um, Castle the same thing, man. Shout out Castle. Castle was immediately getting to the rim, looking to be a scorer first, looking to be a facilitator second. I think that was really, I have to say that was the key thing. They and they really kept Karl Anthony Towns to a dull roar. I mean, 11 points for 10. Like, really kept him at a limited role. Um, Other than that, though, well, I'm just gonna jump to the fourth quarter. Okay, so the first half, first quarter, the Knicks, I meant the Spurs jump out to a lead. I think they got up to like to a 12, 13 point lead. And then, just like you said, the Knicks walking around in the second quarter, the Knicks actually had a historic second quarter. They had 42 points, most points scored in an NBA Finals quarter. I think I saw that pop up on the screen. I had to double check that, but I'm pretty sure I saw that pop up. So heading into halftime, I think I got to give Coach Mitch some big props because he kept them boys poised. Came out in the third quarter, looked like a whole different team than they did in the second quarter. It was a frame by frame fight, man. It was a frame by frame game. Um, Came down to that fourth quarter, with the game being extremely close those last 2 minutes. You could even say those last 3 minutes. But yeah, I say the main difference is keeping Cat under control. All this not kind of crazy, and then Coach Mitch, man, Coach Mitch, he had some key challenges. The Knicks would kind of get on a run. He'd call a timeout. I think he did a lot better with his substitutions. Um, yeah, and I think it was a combination of that and Wimby really like he did still take some threes, made some threes, but he
He
definitely
made
was
it a point to
looking.
get it inside. Like it was like a
Yeah,
point of emphasis. It was different.
it was obvious. It was an obvious point of emphasis to make his way to the paint, and I mean, he got some better entry passes. He got some lobs that were actually on point.
That too.
Yeah, I think that made a huge difference as well, man. Looking at some of these box score numbers, you had some of the same usual suspects. Uh, Wimby ended up with 32 and 8, 6 assists. I think 2 blocks. Was it 2 blocks? They don't got the blocks here, but yeah, I suppose they don't have the blocks here. Okay, there they are. 3 blocks, excuse me, 3 blocks and 2 steals. So he was doing this thing on both sides of the court. Um, De'Aaron Fox had another tough one. He had another tough one. He's 4-14, but he did make some big shots in the fourth when he needed it. Got a big block on Cat.
I was gonna say he has some veteran plays,
Right,
being the
right.
oldest on the team.
I don't
You
think
could
he had
tell
it.
like that it came through.
He only had 2 turnovers. So yeah, he made some big vet plays.
Shout out to the
They,
Blasians, man. Shout out Dylan Harper. Shout out Jordan Clarkson for the Knicks. Like both of the Blasians came out.
yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact, man. That's the thing that kind of, if anything, worries me from what I saw from this game. It seems like every game, like last game it was Shamit, it was Michael Bridges. This game it was Josh Hart, it was Jordan Clarkson. Every game, the New York Knicks have somebody different stepping up, man. Anunoby really led the charge for him. He was 9 of 13, 28 points. Brunson, another. I mean, he has 32 points, which looks good, but 11 to 25. Had 5 turnovers. I don't know. He's been extremely underwhelming to me, and I think that's kind of been kept quiet because the Knicks had won the first 2 games. But I think now that's going to kind of come to the light, and we'll see how he handles that from the
The
media
only reason
because
I'd be worried as a Knicks is that every game has been like this. Like you can make an argument the series could be flipped. You can make an argument the Spurs could be up 3-0.
indeed.
Like nothing new has happened. Like every single game has been the same thing.
And that was kind of my
So
thing. Even not to cut you off, but that was my thing. That's why I didn't come into this game thinking, "Oh man, it's over. Going back to the Knicks house and da 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 da," because they didn't. They've been in position to win every game. The Spurs in position to win every game. Another game. There's another game where I'm pretty sure they lost the free throw battle. Let me give that a look. Just throw some more numbers out there. Yeah, they were 25 and 32 from the line. Knicks were 18 of 22. So didn't lose it by much, but did lose it. Offensive boards, I'm pretty sure the Knicks won that again. Uh, yeah, the Knicks had 12 offensive boards. Spurs had 6. It's just it's Knicks won the boards again. It's just it's kind of the like you said. It's been some of the same things. It's just I think the turnovers kind of told the tale today. If I'm not wrong, yeah, the Knicks had 13 turnovers and gave up 21 points off turnovers. So that was used this game, protection of the ball. And that was really what I'm not gonna say it shocked me, but I was pleasantly surprised to see how much more poised the Spurs looked, especially when the Knicks took that lead into the halftime. Like I kind of thought, oh, this might. I knew the third quarter was gonna tell it all because I knew if they came out in the third and kind of had a defeated body language about them or weren't being aggressive, started to settle for threes like they had in games 1 and 2, man, that would have told me all I needed to know. But yeah, man, I mean the Knicks. I mean, I don't think Jordan Clarkson even played in game 1 or 2, and he comes out there and gives you what 12 points off the bench. Was it? Check it out. I think he had like 12 points off the bench. Uh, 10 points. Gives you 10 points off the bench, 4-7. Grabbed a couple boards. Josh Hart finally made his way onto the scorecard. Had 16 points, 6 of 10, 4-7 for three. It was really just keeping Cat under wraps, man. Kept Cat completely under wraps for the most part. Michael Bridges 1 for 5, 2 points. Like it was just it seems like the Knicks are the deeper team as far as having guys step up. But it just seems like the Spurs chemistry is really, really growing. I'm seeing Wemby, talk to his guys, tell him, shoot the ball, stay confident. You can kind of see what he's saying to him. Um,
I feel like the Spurs, like a lot of their stars, like they're not in their prime yet.
right.
So I feel like all of them have a higher ceiling than the Knicks players, but all the Knicks players just happen to be older and in their prime already.
Yeah, the Knicks are definitely a here and now team. They got like a 1, 2 year window. You could even say 3 years if you want to count last year. They're definitely in a win now mode. And the Spurs, I think, are like being in a win now mode, even though most people would, I think most people, especially, the talking heads, media, such and such, would give them a complete pass if they did come out here and get swept. If they, maybe not swept because you have Wimby, but if they were to lose this series, I mean, they're playing with house money, so to speak. No one expected them to be here. No one expected them to knock off the defending champs. I mean, I did, but most people didn't. Most people kind of wrote them off as that young team that's 2 or 3 years away. This or that guy has to add this or that to their game. And what I really saw today, man, if I look at it, if I could see it here, guys really just played to their strengths. Like Castle did hit one huge three, but he only put 5 threes up. Vassell was 3 of 4 from three. Wemby was 2 of 4 from three. The only guy that really put up, a high number of threes were Champagne and Harper, and that kind of gave me even another boost of confidence because this was Harper's worst game. He didn't really play well as far as shooting the ball, but he was on the court for 32 minutes.
So
Yeah.
coach realized like he needs to be out there, even if he's not. I mean, he had 9 boards. Even if he's not shooting well, 4 assists, no turnovers. It's just the other things he's doing that are affecting the game. And I think he just did a really good job, which is never on the it's never on the scorecard or in the box score, but defensively, closing out on guys, making guys take tough shots, defending without fouling, making guys, have to go to their third and fourth move in their bag instead of just being able to get that first shot off. I think he did a really good job of that. So that earned him minutes. Kelvin Johnson finally got a solid amount of playing time, 3 for 5, 7 points, couple boards, a steal. Like did have a couple turnovers, but I'm not huge on plus minus, but they were plus 14 when he was on court. And he played 17 minutes. So yeah, man. I mean, I think Coach Mitch is figuring it out as far as who's right, kind of ready for the moment, who's ready to go, and who is they gotta be cheerleaders, man. They gotta clap their hands and pat guys on the back and say y'all boys got this, man. We're right here with you, kind of situation. I would ask you this: would you say that Coach Mitch won this game? Would you say that Mike Brown, was it something he didn't do? Was it something he didn't see out there? Was it changes that needed to be
I
made?
mean, Bretson got in foul trouble. He had to play Alvarado and what's his face, the other Blazing dude, a lot more than he probably wanted to.
It's crazy. Yeah.
I mean, Mitch made the right adjustments, but I think a lot of the Knicks players underperformed. Or, I mean, really, I blame Donald Trump. Like, when in doubt, just blame Trump. But
Oh
I
man.
think a lot of
Which
the
one?
Knicks players underperformed. They might have felt a little tight getting the home crowd back into it, being in the Garden. But Mitch did make some good adjustments. Like
I'm
I
gonna
will say
say
that the Spurs didn't. They made everything. They did the right things. They didn't just do the same thing. Like they weren't just hard headed about it. Like they, you can tell they've been watching film. They could tell. They could tell they still felt like they could win. They haven't thrown the towel yet. So we'll see how it goes.
indeed, man. I'll say this, bro. I think New York might have been getting a little too many pats on backs, man. I know when the boys made it back, from San Antonio, that long trip back. I'm sure the city welcomed them with open arms. They're probably already getting crowned. This wouldn't be the first time that New York was giving players street names and all this, you know what I'm saying, before anything's actually been won. And I think they start smelling themselves a little bit, man. Especially the way they came out in the first quarter. They just really looked like they thought, like they expected the Spurs to lay down. I think that was kind of like the energy I got from how they played early. They kind of expected the Spurs to just concede, and the Spurs came out fighting, man. They came out fighting. They came out firing. They came out fiery. They were playing. It was really the defense, bro. Like that's been what I've been most impressed with every game. These boys play D. These boys, they're undersized pretty much for the most part, outside of Wemby, obviously. But everybody else is pretty much playing out of position, and they fight, man. The refs, that's the other thing too. I thought the refs let it get chippy, but didn't let it get out of control. But called it pretty even both ways. There might have been a couple of questionable calls here or there, but if there were questionable calls, there were questionable calls both ways. Neither team could say, oh, the ref swallowed their whistle here, or what I'm saying, didn't do this or that there. But yeah, I just really am impressed with how the Spurs came out with the mentality like, it's 0-0 instead of it's 0-2. That's what they look like to me. They look like this is game one almost, and we can write the ship right here, and we can tie this thing up. I believe they think they can tie it up. I won't be shocked at all if they tie it up. And I think what's gonna happen next game, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out there now, man. I think your boy Brunson is gonna press even harder, and I think he's gonna shoot them boys on that one because he's not shot well
I mean, that's
yet.
the only way they lose when they play through Brunson. Like as long as they play through Cat, they pretty much will always have offense. But if Brunson starts feeling it,
Hmm.
it starts jacking, then it's gonna be tough.
There you go. Like you start jacking because I mean he's out here with 15 more shots than anybody, and it's like you're not shooting well. I can see if you were shooting well, you're not. It's just, and he has 5 assists in 35 minutes, 5 assists and 5 turns. That's terrible paint play. If we're being honest, that is not good paint play. And I think it's rearing his head that he's not a true point guard. He's not very much of a playmaker. He's a scoring guard. He's a scoring guard, and if you're not scoring efficiently, you being a scoring guard doesn't really help the team. You know, sure it looks good on your stat sheet that you had 32 points, but if someone really was watching the game and really dug into them points, man, like a lot of them points are forced, a lot of them shots are forced. Um, a lot of them shots are maybe passing up a guy that's open, cutting, or passing up a guy that's open in the corner to take what I'll dare even say is a selfish shot. And I think it's really coming to the light. But hey, me pulling for the Spurs, I love it. I love the fact that Karl Anthony Towns only gets 10 shots up when he's been y'all's most complete player or the Knicks' most complete player throughout. Um,
I feel like if you're the Knicks, you look, you need to win this game. Like, I wouldn't go as far as say it's a must-win game 4, but just the fact that every game has gone the same way,
mhm.
like we said earlier, and I feel like if the Spurs, if they win another one in the same fashion, they'll have a lot of confidence and be like, maybe those first 2 games were a fluke. Maybe, like, whatever sort of fear that the Spurs might have, if they win this next game, it'll all be gone, and it'll be a whole new series, so.
I've had no doubt.
I know it's hard to say it's a must-win for the team up 2-1, but I think it's a must-win.
Yeah, I mean, I've had no doubt. I felt like the Spurs were going to win this thing. Of course, obviously, I was wrong about 5 games, but never wavered. Never wavered once we got down 0-2. I said I still think we could pull it out. And I think we just saw Harper's worst game that he'll play. And I think Castle will play either, maybe not at this level, but he won't revert back to how he played his first couple games. And we still haven't got a game out of De'Aaron Fox. I refuse to believe De'Aaron Fox is going to shoot this bad all series. I think he's got a game in him where he'll shoot a lot better. Champagny, I mean, 3 of 7, 4 of 9. He's liable to get hot. I just think the only thing that I'm kind of worried about, and I'm not extremely worried about it because this team is so young, it's just kind of the fatigue factor. I mean, you're only playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, 9 deep is pretty. That's pretty solid. But yeah, man, these boys are. I mean, it's the fact of the way they're playing, especially defense. You're pretty much pressing all game. If not pressing, not full court pressing, you're half court pressing all game. If you're a Castle, or if you're a Harper, you're on the ball, you're pressing all game. You're getting hit with screens left and right. Like I said, the refs are really letting them play, so they're tough screens you're fighting through. It takes a toll. It takes a toll for sure, but that's young legs, man, young legs. Getting that ice bath, you know what I'm saying? Getting that heat room and that sauna, you know what I'm saying? Rejuvenate your body and get ready to go to war again. It's that kind of deal. I would ask this: what changes do you think the Knicks coach, his name's slipping my mind, Mike Brown? What changes do Mike Brown need to make so that the Knicks can win this next game at home?
Cat has to be the focal point. Cat, OG, or shit, Robinson, all the big men. Like, you have to make Wemby work on defense, tire him out. But yeah, if Brunson's taking the most shots, or at least just that much more shots than Cat, you're in trouble. So
I'd agree.
Yeah, I try to work Cat, try to get Wemby in foul trouble. I think Wemby only had like 2 fouls, so you're just not making him work hard enough on defense.
I'd agree. I don't see his fouls here, but he didn't have many. If he did have, most he had was 3. Yeah, I'd agree, man. I think it can't just be Brunson ball. I know that was cool, in the East. Like I said this from the top of the series, man. He's not gonna have the games he had against, the Cavs and Philly against these boys. These boys are too athletic. They're young. They're fiery. They don't know what they don't know. They don't fear you at all. That's clear. And yeah, I mean they have different builds, man. They're athletic. They're lanky. They're not giving him anything easy. He's working hard for every shot. And I mean, I think what's really being more so exposed about him in this series is that he don't really got no bag work, man. Like, his handle's not top tier. A lot of his shots just look very lucky to me. I mean, it's look very lucky. I mean, his leaners, his runners. If he's got a spot up 3, he's gonna probably knock that down. I'll give him that. But the rest of his, shot chart is like It looks very, very iffy. It's tough shots. It's similar to what you were saying about Wimby. Like he takes a lot of tough shots, and when you're taking that tough of shots, and the guys that are guarding you are this athletic, and there's so many of them to throw at you. I mean, if it's not if it's not Fox, it's Castle. If it's not Castle, it's Vassell. If it's not Vassell, it's Champagny. If it's not Champagny, it's Bryant. It's somebody that's taller, way more athletic, and Paul's long. That's in your face, in your grill, and he's not. He doesn't really, have. I mean, he's not a guy with like a Kyrie handle, or he's not a guy with, I wouldn't say he has the off ball movement of a Steph Curry or anything like that. He just kind of gets the ball and kind of bullies smaller guys or guys his size and works out from the elbow. Um, and it's not getting done. It's not getting done because you can't really bully these guys. They have too much size and too much strength and too much athleticism. So he's having a really tough go of it, man. I love the fact that, it seems like that's what they're going to do, though. It seems they're going to Brunson or nothing type deal. And I love that for the Spurs. From the Spurs, I want to encourage them, man. I'm talking to him. I'm telling him, like, oh, man, I thought you was this. I thought you was that. Like, I'm putting it in his ear. Because I was actually thinking about that earlier today when we had went over that possible USA team. It was interesting to me that he wasn't mentioned there. But I guess we're kind of seeing why.
Yeah, no. I think Bridges only had like 5 points. I mean, hard hits and threes, but they just relied too much on what's his face, Brunson. And like I said, maybe the lights got to him. Maybe the president being there got to him. I don't know, but if they don't win Game 4, it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, man. I see this thing going back to San Antonio too. I really and it's not just because they won this game. It's because even how they sounded after the losses. I just don't hear this. I watched a few interviews. Wemby, Coach, Castle, Fox. I listened to a few interviews. They don't sound daunted at all. They don't sound like down on themselves. They don't sound like, and that could be youth. That could be just not being, for lack of a better word, dumb enough to realize what's going on. Are being too dumb to realize what's going on in the sense of, the grand scheme of this is the NBA Finals and we got here so young. And it's like, we don't care about anything. We're here to play. We're not scared of these guys. We feel like we're better than these guys. And that's what I saw today. Especially in those last 2 minutes. I want to touch on that. Castle was able to slow the game down, slow down, get good shots. He hit a huge three with it was like no time on the clock. It was like a second on the clock. He kind of just had to let it fly from like 30 something feet and knock that down. Wemby knocked down a couple middies in that time frame. And free throws. Got right on the free throws, man. Missed some early in the fourth quarter, 10 for 10. 10 for 10 from the stripe when you needed them. Needed every single one of them because OG Anunoby had a crazy corner three. Brunson hit a big three with like 50 something seconds left. So New York kept themselves in striking distance, but man, when it was clutch time, the boys was clutch. They stepped to that line, took their time, got into their routines, and knocked down the free throws they needed. But that's the main thing I saw different in this game, man. Even Fox didn't shoot well, but he hit a huge jumper late in the fourth. Shot clock winding down. It was just the big shots that had to be made. It was like, we got somebody for that. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't Fox, it was Castle. If it wasn't Castle, it was Wemby. It was Wemby. It was Sale. Like, somebody answered the bell every time. And to see them still have that confidence now, 0-2 in enemy territory, said a lot. Said a lot. Said a lot about who this organization has been known to be. Said a lot about these guys that they've acquired now. So it's gonna be super interesting to see how Game 4 plays out, man. I do not think. I have almost. I'm not gonna say zero doubt, but I've got maybe 10% doubt of the Spurs not tying this thing up. I think they're gonna tie it up. I think we're gonna tie it up in, dare I say, convincing fashion. I don't think it's gonna be as close of a game, man. I just know that light is getting bright, and now that there's a loss on top of it, like, I know what that New York media can do. I've seen that New York media tear teams apart. I've seen it tear football teams apart. I've seen it. Like that New York media ain't no joke at all. And they're gonna start pointing the blame here and there. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna start picking at, this guy's not doing this. All Bridges, how you only had 2 points? We gave up all these draft picks for you. They're gonna start, eating their young. That's what New York is known to do, man. They're known to be super hard on the teams, and I think that's about to start. I think that's about to start, man. Between all the different podcasts, all the different outlets, like players say they don't look at these things, man, but it's impossible not to see it. It's impossible not to see it. So I think the best thing they can do is not turn the TV on, man. Cut the phone off, go dark mode for these next 48 hours, and get ready to step it up and try to win this next one at home. But I think the Spurs are going to take this back too tight, and then it's going to be, best out of three. Best out of three. That's what I see, man.
I think you can still go either way, but wouldn't shock me if they lose this next one. But I still got the Knicks in 5 or 6, depending on what happens. But it will be interesting. It will be interesting.
Spurs in 7. You got anything else to say to the people?
Nah, man, I'm good. Just want to see some more good hoops, hopefully.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see it. This series go down, man. I think it's gonna be one of them ones. Yeah, can't wait to see it. We'll keep y'all updated. Then y'all tap in with us. Again, my name is David Ware. I'm here with my brother Brian Ware,
Yo.
and this is a Brothers Perspective.